Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude, where I do trailer reactions, I react to YouTube videos, I review YouTube channels, occasionally I'll review a movie, but really, I just do whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude, down in the basement. Today we're going to do one from Top 5 Scary Videos. This is Top 5 Scary Mythological Creatures. They're from Mexico.
Mexico is a beautiful place. Many people vacation here, but there is a dark side. There are many scary creatures that have been created by the locals and natives. In this video, we'll be counting down the top 5 scary mythological creatures from Mexico. In at number 5 we have Wei Chivo. The Wei Chivo is known as the Spirit of Midnight and originated around the Mayan town of Yucatan. This creature is said to roam the mountains during the night and has a human body but a goat's head and legs, like a billy goat on 2 legs, which is the typical image of the devil according to the Mayan people. The Wei Chivo has big twisted horns, large strong legs, and dangerously sharp claws, along with a long beard, hairy chest, and scary red eyes. These terrifying creatures can possess human intelligence, has a massive amount of strength, and can move extremely quick. The Wei Chivo is said to have dreadful moans, thunderous laughter, insults its prey, and quenches its thirst with goat's blood. It is extremely evil, hates the light, and worships darkness. Their mission is to punish men for their sins, and if anyone speaks his name or reports his misdeeds, they will burn in the mouths of their victims so they can never utter his name again. The Wei Chivo also loves to devour humans, especially children. There's a popular story of one of the first encounters with the beast, when a young man was on his way to visit his girlfriend in the town of Mucuchi. On his way, a being appeared on the road, and it was a half baby goat, half demon, black in color with bulging and flashing red eyes. The man tried to defend himself but ended up on the ground unconscious. The next morning he was found by a stranger, and for several days after the incident he suffered from vomiting and a high fever. He became delirious and repeated the words Wei Chivo. According to some witnesses of the creature, they said they saw a trail of blood that followed behind the beast. The Wei Chivo is a popular mythological creature in the Mayan community, with locals as well as all over Mexico. The stories have been told throughout generations. In the Mayan town of Valladolid in Yucatan, the locals believe this creature is an evil sorcerer that is capable of transforming into a goat-like creature and wreaking havoc on the locals and their livestock. In at number 4 we have El.
So did it suck his blood or something? Because it said that there was a trail of blood? Maybe that's why he was sick? It gave him a virus of some kind?
The legend of El Nahul is over 500 years old and is told by many around Mexico, including the Aztecs, Toltecs, Mixes, Mayans, and the Yaquis, just to name a few. This creature can appear in many areas of the country because its home is the heart of humans. The El Nahul is half human and half beast and is a sorcerer that transforms at night into an animal, often a black dog or a jaguar. It eats cattle and children's blood, but it thrives on people's fears, desires, and hatred. It has glowing red eyes and emits fear in its victims with its terrifying laughter and grunts. They have the power to metamorphose.
I know it's just a different language, or not language, but different upbringing and where she's from and everything, but she said Jaguar. Would you say Jaguar or would you say Jaguar? I would say Jaguar, which is correct. Also, I've always wondered about this. Some people say nuclear. I've always said nuclear. Is it nuclear or nuclear?
Hypnotize, bewitch, and can cause illness and death. In the Mexican worldview, the Nahuls were believed to be protected by Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of the Night. Legend has it that this creature could shed its skin and become an earthly creature. Mexican and Spanish hunters claimed that during the night they had killed an animal, and at dawn the corpse had been transformed into a man. This made people of Mexico believe that these creatures were sorcerers with the ability to become half man and half animal. The word Nahul is of Nahuatl origin, which translates to what is my garment or skin. The El Nahuls have the ability to choose their powers for good or evil, but tend to get more joy out being evil and causing destructions. They stalk their prey during the night and are man-eating, mass murderers, thieves, and thrive on using their dark magic to overpower the weak. In at number 3 we have Cintamato. The Cintamato is another creature coming from the Mayan people and can be translated to the devil, and consists of many different nicknames including Lord of Animals, the Savage Jungle Monster, and the Powerful Guardians of the Hill. This creature's story has been told for over 20 centuries by many all over Mexico. The Cintamato tends to live in caves deep in the mountains near forests and jungles, but wander at night around the nearby villages. The Cintamato is a muscular gorilla with human features and a man or woman's face, long hair on its head with thick brown hair all over its body, similar to a bear. Their feet are large, double the size of a human's, and are upside down. The creature's toes are spread apart and crooked backwards so they can't run, so they hop around using the support of a tree trunk, like a cane. It feeds on wild fruits, ashes of bonfires, and human flesh, and when they are in attack mode they have horrific panting sounds that sounds like thunder and screams that pierce the entire jungle. The Cintamato is a creature that terrifies the Mayan people because it knows how to speak their language, and is immune to bullets and arrows. This creature's mission is to guard their home, which is the mountains, to terrorize the locals in the nearby villages and kill the men and kidnap the women whenever they can. These creatures are also legends and talked about by many in other places like Honduras and Belize. In Honduras, the people believe that they will hunt for women to kidnap. They find one to fall in love with and then will claim that woman as their own and she will never be seen again. In Belize, the Cintamato feast on humans, and the belief is that if you're a man and you look at the beast in the eyes and are able to escape, then you have a 100% chance that they will die within the month. If you're a woman and you look at the beast in the eyes and they manage to escape, your life will be prolonged. Better to be a woman, I guess. In at number 2 we have Tukamami. The Tukamami originated from the indigenous people of Mexico. The Huichol in their language, Tukamami translates to the devil. The Huichol has talked about the Tukamami creature for centuries, and with each generation the story of this creature is passed on. The Huichol people reside in Sierra Madre Occidental Range in the states of Nayarit, Jalisco, Zacatecas, and Durango, as well as in the United States. This ghoulish demon is the grandson of Uster, who is the goddess of the underworld who devours the dead and a distant relative of all vampires that exist. They reside in the underworld, but they also haunt the desert during the new moon and appear in the hallucinations produced by peyote. Peyote is a small cactus and is used in many Native American religious ceremonies, especially among the Huichol people, and can cause hallucinations, and this terrifying creature knows this and takes advantage of it. This creature appears as a human body but sometimes looks like a skeleton or a wolf-like creature. It's black and white stripes and it's always blood-stained. Its face is painted like a horrific mask with dirty white spots, has buzzard or bat-like wings, and has massive horns on its head like a devil. The creature's mission is to become the ruler of the underworld, and it thrives off being a cannibal and scavenger to suck up bones, clean corpses, and snatch souls. The Tukamami feed on human flesh, and they never bathe or drink water, so if their appearance doesn't terrify you, their stench will. It also has the power to cause its victims dementia and use it as a weapon. They're devious, sneaky, and extremely dangerous. Even though this demonic creature is mythical, it's very real in the eyes of the Huichol people and many around Mexico. There have been many sightings throughout history, and the story of Tukamami lives on to this day. And finally, in at number 1 we have Chupacabra. The Chupacabra is a legendary creature known all over the world, but it originated in Mexico. It was first sighted in Puerto Rico, and it's believed to attack and drink the blood of livestock. The Chupacabra is a legendary creature known all over the world, but it originated in Mexico. It is believed to attack and drink the blood of livestock, especially goats. Chupacabra literally translate as goat sucker. This blood-sucking creature varies in appearance. Some say it looks like a large hairless dog, while others say it looks like an alien-like reptile and is the size of a small bear, with rows of spines reaching from the neck to the base of the tail. Dog. The most popular reports say this creature has leathery or scaly greenish-grey skin and sharp spines or quills running down its back. It is said to be 4 feet high and stand on hops, similar to a kangaroo. Sightings have been reported in many parts of Mexico, and some in Puerto Rico since the 1970s. This creature has been seen as far as north as Maine and as far as south as Chile, and even outside of the US and parts of Russia and the Philippines. A 5-year investigation was done by Benjamin Radford that was documented throughout this book, Tracking the Chupacabra, and he had concluded that the description given by the original eyewitnesses, Madeline Tolentino, was based on a creature in the 1995 science fiction horror movie Species. The alien creature Syl is nearly identical to the description given by Madeline, and she claims to have seen the movie before. It was concluded at the end of Benjamin's investigation that he seriously undermines the credibility of the Chupacabra as a real animal. In October of 2010, University of Michigan biologist Barry O'Connor concluded that all of the Chupacabra reports in the United States were simply coyotes infected with a parasite, which would explain most of the features of the Chupacabra because they would be left with little fur, thickened skin, and a disgusting odor. There are also reports of stray Mexican hairless dogs being mistaken for these creatures. All of this doesn't stop the constant stories and sightings seen throughout Mexico and all over the world, and the story of the Chupacabra continues to be told, and is said to be the most well-known mythological creature that comes from Mexico. Well, there we have it. Thanks for tuning into this video.
So what do you think? Do you believe in the Chupacabra? Or do you think it's just like a malnourished dog that's got like really sick? That's what I think it is. That was interesting anyway. A group of chess enthusiasts checked into a hotel and were standing in the lobby discussing their recent tournament victories. After about an hour, the manager came out of the office and asked them to disperse. But why, they asked as they moved off. Because, he said, I can't stand chestnuts boasting in an open foyer. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.